Worst part of this job is the hours.
I don't get exposed to the fish, but it just lingers in the air.
It's almost like a night job. It's not really a day job.
The Fulton Fish Market's been here since, I think, the 1850s. This is a real historic site.
This is the only, what they call open-air fish market where you could come down and buy on the East Coast. There are other fish markets and other places where you can buy, but none that have fish on display like this. I started in this business when I was 21 years old. Today I'm 67, so I'm in my 46th year.
I'm working here 21 years.
I've been working on and off in the business throughout my whole life. I worked on Wall Street up until about a month ago, and I decided I didn't want to do it anymore, so my uncle said he needed help in the booth here, so I help him, he helps me, and it's good. I might stay here for a while. I like working here.
It's a family operation down here, so you kind of want to better your family, and that's exactly what I do. I can make enough and earn enough to take care of my family very well. The market opens up usually 2 hours before we start. We start at 1 o'clock. Some of the workers, we call early workers, come in to set up the stand, and that could take as much as 2 hours. The unloading actually takes place even 4 to 5 hours before we open in the morning, where the trucks come in, unloaded, and then the product is brought to the stand. Down here we have really two types of workers. We have the journeymen.
Journeymen, their one job is just to bring the product out to delivery trucks. All delivery trucks have different locations up and down the road here. Each of them have account numbers, and on the ticket they have the destination. PS would be Peck Slip, FD would be Fulton Dock, and we have the freezer guys. They bring all the product out here, they line it up, and when the truck's ready to take the order, the journeymen come pick it up and wheel it out, like they've been doing for over 100 years down here.
And the salesmen, who take the orders from the customer and kind of direct the journeyman where to go.
I work in the booth here. I basically handle collecting all the money, make sure that people are paying off their accounts. It's the kind of job where, kind of business where you have to supply a lot of credit.
Beside that, you have the owners, who are also salesmen.
My uncle and his brother, they're the owners. His son, he's basically in charge of bringing in new business. But everyone, like even I, sometimes when I'm out about my neighborhood, I stop in some seafood restaurants and see who supplies them with their fish. It's a constant thing doing sales.
My customers vary. They could be either retail fish markets, restaurateurs, wholesale distributors, and occasionally we'll find retail people come down who would want to buy a little quantity and save some money. We specialize, myself, Universal Seafood they specialize in farm-raised product, mostly. Farm-raised salmon, farm-raised tilapia, farm-raised catfish, farm-raised rainbow trout, and beside that we also sell a lot of frozen shellfish products.
Sometimes you get the enforcers from the Fish Seafood Commission. These guys, they come down here and they make sure that the sizes of the fish are within range, because if they're too small, you'd be fined for a violation. In fact, these people are authorized by the state government. They carry guns. Years ago, one of the dealers down here made a violation, and these guys came down with their guns out, and they literally raided their office upstairs. There's a lot of rules they have to follow. You have to maintain the population.
The most abundance of fish really runs when the weather is good, say from around March, April, all the way up to December. It's when you get into the foul weather that you don't get too much product. In my case, we order product the day before and sometimes 2 days before. And we order it on what we think our customers are going to need. Sometimes we have orders and sometimes we don't. But so far, we're able to reach out across the world and We can bring product in by plane from anywhere. And as you get along in this business, it becomes routine. When you work down here in the market, you're working almost shoulder to shoulder.
This is really the epitome of hard labor. You got guys down here that can carry like one of me under each arm and still do their job.
About 10 years ago, there was a big flood down here, and we were working in water up to our chest, pushing the fish on the trucks right through the water.
There's a certain camaraderie that goes with the job.
Go deliver some ice.
How many men do you know that can cross their legs like that?
Get the legs.
This is Nicky. Only women can't even cross their legs that far.
Everyone's like just busting each other's chops.
It's like a family.
It'll be a good move. The Bronx will be a new facility. The facility we're in now here in Lower Manhattan is over 100 years old and doesn't meet all the health requirements. So I think it's for the better for the public.
I don't like it, and I don't think most of the market likes it. It's going to cut down on customers. They're going to stop buying direct.
It's going to be a brand new facility, multi-million-dollar facility. It's going to be temperature controlled. Everyone's going to have pretty much about the same amount of space.
We expect business to be a little more intense up there because there'll be a little more competition. Up in the Bronx, we also have the vegetable market and the meat market. So I think, in general, we will be doing more. The omega oil inside the fish is good for the human. The only way you may get sick from a fish is if it becomes polluted. Whereas the meat, the animal has a disease or something, could be transmitted to you very easily because they're warm-blooded animals the way we are, but the fish are not.
Fish is definitely much better for you.